Tonight, we have the pleasure of speaking with Kendra and Big Ox about the life of Vice Versus, his history, his new project, and much more. Thank you guys for joining us this evening.
Yes, thank you for having us, man. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. We're excited to be here and super appreciate you having us here.
No doubt.
Thank you for taking the time.
So if you can please introduce yourselves and how you know Vice Versus, and either or.
I'm also one of the founders of End of the Week. Jason is one of the founding members. He was one of the hosts. Jason and I were partners for 20 years, so we have like a long history, and partners in life and music and everything else we do. So definitely like part of the foundation and want to carry on his legacy. And so we're doing that in different ways, a bunch of which we'll talk about today.
Very dope.
That is Kendra Gold. I go by the name of Big Ox. I've basically been the third wheel for the whole time. But I mean, facts though, if you really think about it. But yes, I met Vice back right before he started, like in college, right before he started the whole Eodub situation. You know what I mean? When he was on the ground getting it in, and I've always been a fan into music, doing hip hop music, independent. We're doing a lot of shit I'm from Westchester, so I met them in the city and stuff. But just coming up, I went back to college. When Tom came back, whole Eodub movement, been through with the whole everybody there. Me and Vice independently started our own thing during the process. You know what I mean? First OZ Entertainment, now it's Idea Factory. But we just always been best friends and business partners, music partners forever, basically. I don't know.
Okay.
And third wheel.
The third wheel. Want to take it over, Kendra? What about you? Tell us a little bit about your background. How did you become hooked up in hip hop, and also how did you end up meeting Vice?
Oh wow, okay, cool. Basically, like all my friends since we were in high school have been MCs, and a lot of them were doing shows back in the day in LES and Manhattan in the city. Basically feels like. Yeah, like a lot of our friends kind of interconnected back in the early 2000s. They were doing like, the Breeze Ever Flowins, like all the people who were doing shows at that time, like our friends were involved with. So definitely started doing shows basically kind of before End of the Week started. Also went to college. And in fact, I met Jason in high school because he became friends with some of my friends. And we didn't get together until after I graduated college. I came back to New York. Everyone basically started coming together to do these shows. And and I was there and was helping when End of the Week started back in 2000.
In 2000.
Long history.
Can you tell us a little bit more detail about End of the Week? Like what exactly, for those who may not know, I know if I'm not mistaken, I know it's one of the longest running.
It's the longest running from New York City history.
Right. So tell us a little bit about that for those that may not know.
Okay, I can even do like the Genesis story. So basically, there was a DJ back in 2000s. There was this little dance spot in LES called Bob's, and his name was Joey Ty. He would DJ. He actually wasn't like the best DJ, which is kind of like a funny story. But Jason and Pro from Eye to Eye would be going there with all my friends. It was like a really, really small spot. And Zoo and Nunzio from this group called Solid Ground from Jersey would frequent this place. They all spit. They're all freestylers, spit like crazy. So Joey, for some reason, happened to think about a show he wanted to do and wanted to bring together Pro and Jason from Eye to Eye and Zoo, Sun Zoo from Jersey to host an event. And it was going to be called...
Something.
It had a different name at that time. But basically, he organized a show, had them all agree to come, and crazy enough, he got brain cancer and didn't make the first event. He never showed up to one, but everyone else did. And at the time, we were friends with this DJ called Scram Jones, who went on to become a pretty big DJ.
He's pretty big.
He's pretty big. We got him to come, and he was the original DJ, and it was in basically the back of a restaurant in LES called Baby Jupiter. There was bring your own alcohol, bring your own whatever else.
It was like everybody's in there with 40s freestyle all night. Like, it was lit. All the MCs would come there.
All the MCs were coming.
Like BYOB to an open mic in the city. Like My
right,
God.
right.
It was sponsored by OE, by the way.
I can't even. Please tell me you don't drink that anymore.
No.
Only on the weekend.
But it took off pretty
Try to
quickly.
give me that old feeling.
Took off pretty quickly because Jason and the manager James Bong came up with this concept that was like the anti-battle. So instead of a battle, it was kind of like a Olympic style competition.
Yeah, because the whole idea was like battling was like, you know, everybody's going to their neck so hard. So it was like more separation within, you know what I mean? It was the whole idea from what I was told. You know, it's like bringing everyone together, you know what I mean? And making it the competition, but it's like, we're bringing a place where the competition, but everybody there can like meet. MCs can meet producers can meet MCs. Everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody gets together.
Okay.
Build as one.
And you're almost kind of challenging yourself.
Yeah.
Like you're competing against yourself rather than actually trying to bring the other person down. You're trying to one up yourself because people kind of know you already, you know, and they're expecting a lot from you. And so like that kind of set it off to be like the hottest place to be, where like a lot of the people who ended up getting, you know, coming up through the battle circuits and all these other circuits came through there first. So like the Immortal Technique battled Iron Solomon had a MC challenge where they like went off at the end and like went
Nems,
Math. Just like countless people,
like, you know,
basically like honed their skills and became better stage performers.
That's the first place I seen J. Cole. I'll tell you that.
Oh wow!
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Wow. So you guys, what you basically kind of took, like what you're describing reminds me somewhat of what used to go on like in Washington Square Park, where cats would get together and sort of have a cipher and rhyme, but you know, it's kind of like they were battling, but not battling. Like they were just showing off their skills, sharpening each other. It sounds like you kind of took something like that and brought it.
Yeah, and what Vice did though with it, he made a specific competition. Like it would be open mic. Like, it wouldn't be competition night every night. Most times it'd be open mic, but then we'd have an MC competition because we didn't want to have end of the year the champion of the year. You know what I mean? Okay. So every whatever times in between, because it was every Sunday. Like for 9/11, it was open. You know what I mean? When it was the Hurricane Sandy, niggas was there. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was just me and Vice there, somebody else, but it was the DJ was there ready to go. Like it was Sunday, it just kept going. Anyways, regardless, but whatever times in between you have an MC competition, they made it based on 5 different categories. So they made it specifically a thing. You know what I mean? Like a written round, a cappella round, a beat juggling round where you have like a box and you can pull out like whatever the time span may be. Pull out with 6 items during the beat and like flip it. Whatever you can do to flip those 6 items, you pull out, pause. You know what I mean? Like there's no pause. Whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever 6 items you can do, you pull out, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Make it work with the beat and the rhyme. You know what I mean? Then you have then it was a beat juggling round where
go against the DJ basically.
You basically go against the DJ. The DJ be trying to fuck you up like it'd be like a TV theme, song. You know what I mean? Then it'd be like bachata. Then it'd be like, you know what I mean? But it'd be like a good 2 minutes or whatever, maybe whatever time period it is for you to keep up and flip your bars with that. You know what I mean? And then the last round, they pay you with somebody and have a 4-bar cipher. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody gets 4 bars, but for whatever main rounds. And then each round judged from, you get points from 1 to 10. You know what I mean? And then the winner is the winner. So it's not like anybody I'm not against you. It's you against a whole group of people, but you know what I mean? But you're basically, you're trying to, so it's like, and I think that it was made to encompass people being together than going against each other more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Nice. Very dope.